We have some big news right now. According to the Daily Beast, Tyler Robinson, the 22-year-old man arrested in connection with the shooting of Charlie Kirk, comes from a family that is proudly MAGA, according to his own grandmother. Debbie Robinson, who's his grandmother, spoke with the Daily Mail today, and this was cited by the Daily Beast, where she told the publication that her son, Robinson's dad, was a Republican for Trump. She went on to say, quote, "Most of my family members are Republican. I don't know any single one who's a Democrat." She went on to say that she's very confused, that Tyler was a shy person, that he's never spoken about politics at all. And now obviously he can have differing views from his family, and we're still going to get more information about that over the coming hours, days, and weeks. But for several days, many on the right blame the left. And well, with each passing hour, it seems that not to be fully true. And that's why it's important to wait for the full facts to come out before espousing your opinions. Spread the word and follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about.
And you already know, on this channel, we hold racist Caucasian people accountable, because if we don't, who will? And before we start this video, if you don't like black people, black issues, black talks, get to stepping. Utah Governor Spencer Cox stated at a press conference on September the 12th, 2025, that he prayed for 33 hours that the suspect in the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk would be from another state or country rather than a Utah resident. The suspect, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, was later confirmed to be a Utah resident. At the press conference, Cox explained his reason for the comment. Says it would have been easier on us if we could just say, hey, we don't do that here. Make that make sense. Your boy, Utah governor, this dude couldn't believe the shooter was a Christian. This dude couldn't believe the shooter was a Trump supporter. Now look, if Tyler Robinson was black, imagine the trolls, imagine the disrespect we would get towards our community. Tell me I'm lying. But wait, if you support Charlie Kirk, don't cry now, because you need to keep that same energy. Remember the same energy he had for black women. Remember the same energy he had for black men. Remember the same energy he had for the whole black community. He got popped by his own people. He got popped by his own kind. Matter of fact, run the tape.
The suspect in this case, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, who was taken into custody Thursday night. News Nation's Nancy Liu is live in Orem, Utah this morning. Nancy, I know you've been there for quite some time now. What are we learning about Robinson this morning?
Well, Hannah, Tyler Robinson waking up in the Utah County Jail this morning, the accused assassin of a conservative icon. While here on the UVU campus, law enforcement and school officials continue to process and clear a massive murder scene. Robinson is a 22-year-old Utah native who now faces multiple felony charges, including aggravated murder, discharge of a firearm, and obstruction of justice. He is not a UVU student. Authorities say he's confessed to the killing, turned in by his own father, as the investigation closed in on Robinson as the prime suspect. The FBI aided by facial recognition technology in tracking him. The family home is in Washington County in southern Utah, where Tyler Robinson attended public schools and later earned a full scholarship to Utah State University, only to bail on a leave of absence after just one semester. A neighbor blames social media for negatively transforming who she knew as a quiet Mormon son and top-tier student.
Shocked, because I didn't see him as that kind of kid, and but that's what happens with social media and getting into that kind of stuff. Social media, it gets to our kids, fills us with crap, and then I think friends, who you hang around with, who you associate with. I'm sure some of his friends were good, from what his roommate had said.
And Robinson's being held on no bond. He'll have his first court appearance on Tuesday, and that's just when UVU staff and student employees begin returning here to campus. Hannah?
Nancy.
Make that make sense. Does this count as gang violence? Don't worry, I'll wait. And I have a question for Charlie Kirk's supporters. Who hired Tyler Robinson? Because his family said, his grandmother said, the whole family is Trump supporters. But y'all online mad at black people. Don't be mad at us. We are not your enemies. Why y'all so quiet? Why y'all so scared? Why y'all still crying? Stop crying and go slide for your boy. Neighbors who knew Tyler Robinson described him and his family as quiet, reserved, and hardworking. They recalled the Robinson household as loving and down to earth, though not very social, often keeping to themselves. Many expressed shock at the allegations against him, noting that from their perspective, he had never displayed signs that would foreshadow such violence. Make that make sense. And I keep telling y'all, these people are really stuck in the matrix. The news media, they do this all the time, over and over and over when it comes to these Caucasian shooters. They go to their neighborhoods, they go to their schools, and they find people that knew them and they say great things about them. And I said, wait, what about Carmelo Anthony when he was just protecting himself? Where was that same energy for Carmelo Anthony? What about Kyron Lacey? Where was that same energy for Kyron Lacey when the day after he died, the lawyer came out and said he would have been proven innocent because he was nowhere near the accident, but the whole world still crucified him. They gave him no grace. They gave him no mercy. Tell me I'm lying. This dude, Tyler Robinson, wrote "catch" on the bullets. You know how evil you have to be for someone to write on the ammunition that's gonna unalive you? But how ironic, Charlie Kirk and his cult was so focused on the black community, was so focused on black people. One of his own took him out. One of his own unalived him. Now, to the racist Caucasian people, this should be a learning lesson. And in the words of the great Williams brothers, sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. Meaning, mind your own goddamn business first. But I finally figured it out. Racist Caucasian people love talking about black people because they are afraid to confront what their ancestors did. So to avoid it, they hide behind religion. Well, guess what? Those days are over. You can no longer use religion. You can no longer hide behind religion. You can no longer hide racism behind religion because it won't save you, especially if you're out here preaching hate. It won't protect you. And I don't condone violence, but it is what it is. And I'm going to try to stay calm when I say this, but I have to say this. And I want to talk directly to Charlie Kirk's cult. Stop focusing on the black community. Stop focusing on black people because your people are shooting up the schools and churches. Your people are unaliving activists and politicians. Your people are sending threats to HBCUs for no goddamn reason. So focus on your community. Focus on white crime. I'm out.